State Volleyball Tournament is just over a week away, and tonight on CCX Sports, the Section 5-3A semifinal match featuring the Champlin Park Rebels and the St. Michael Albertville Knights. From Wayzata High School, John Jacobson along with Spring Lake Park head coach Joy Johnston. And Joy, Champlin Park comes in as the 5-time defending section champion, but in an unusual role in that they're the underdog this year. If they want to get back to state, they'll have to beat a higher seeded team tonight in STMA and then Wayzata on Thursday.
Yeah, it should be a good battle. We just saw Wayzata and Osseo go a tight 4, so you expect this one to be really a tight match and then the championship to be even more stellar.
Rebels 20-9 on the season, the Knights 23-6. These teams played just over 2 weeks ago in the championship match at the St. Michael Albertville tournament, with the Knights winning 2-1, and that third set won 17-15. So I think pretty evenly matched teams here. This could definitely be a 5-set battle tonight.
Oh, I think definitely it could be. You look at the scores from the last time they played, and 2 weeks ago isn't that long ago, and where you're at in the season. Really tight sets, and you could easily see that going tonight with big hitters on both sides and great offense and defense.
As a coach and players, do you like knowing a little bit about your opponent, having seen them recently?
It's kind of nice to know. You know who their big hitters are. You kind of know a little bit of their tendencies and what they do on a perfect pass or an off ball. So it's kind of nice to know that. And, maybe in the last couple weeks, they've probably been prepping a little bit for this, especially since they found out, where their seed was. So hopefully they've been preparing.
This is a really good section. I mean, the top 4 teams really outstanding. Osseo had a chance tonight against Wayzata, won the first set in the second set, but then the Trojans came back and won. Trojans looking to get back to state for the first time in 9 years. It's been 11 years for St. Michael, but they've been right there in the section final 2 years ago, and obviously Champlin Park state champions just last season.
Yeah, they battled hard last year. Champlin really went into it with it being their match to lose. They played hard throughout the entire tournament and had to take on Egan at the end and, just up them a little bit in that 5th set. So they obviously have some big shoes to fill, and everyone wants to go after them and take them down, especially now that they're a little bit of a lower seed.
It should be a good one tonight. It's Champlin Park, St. Michael Albertville, the winner again to take on Wayzata for the Section 5 championship later this week. Take a break, come back, set 1 up first on CCX after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Welcome back to Wayzata High School, the site of the Section 5-3A volleyball semifinals for 2019. It's the number 3 seed, the Champlin Park Rebels, taking on the 2nd-seeded St. Michael Albertville Knights. Wayzata is the number 1 seed in this section, and they advanced to the section championship earlier tonight with a 4-set win over Osseo. Champlin Park defeated Rogers in the quarterfinal round. Rogers had defeated Cooper to start one of the first-round matches. St. Michael Albertville swept Buffalo. Buffalo had eliminated Park Center earlier in a first-round match. So the Knights and the Rebels advanced this one. The winners late Thursday night, 7 o'clock at Osseo High School. For a while there, I thought maybe we would have a section final at Maple Grove High School, which is what would have happened had Osseo been able to win. They win their first set. We're up 18-9 in the second set, but Trojans settled things down, rallied to win that one, and then took the next 2 sets. So look at the starters for Champlin Park. Jensen Lears, Ellie Schmidt, Jordan Stalpus, Hannah Praske, Sammy Hilly, Callie Strummel, and Megan Panzer. And for the Knights, from St. Michael Albertville High School, Samantha Palmer, Michaela Henderson, one to watch tonight, Olivia Carroll, Emma Van Heel, Maya Christozak, right side, Sin Henderson is the setter, and Reagan Krushke is the libero. John Yunker, 9th year as head coach, 5 consecutive state tournament appearances for his Rebels team, including state champions last year, state runner-up 3 years ago. He's built quite a program on the north side of Champlin Park High School. And Tammy Cornelia's first-year head coach at STMA, on the staff previously, and really done a nice job with the first year as head coach, getting this team to this point and hopefully a step farther for the Knights.
Yeah, you know, she's got a legacy of volleyball in her family, so that helped her a lot. But, you know, she's obviously done a lot of great things with them. I think St. Michael's always had a strong program, but to get them to this point and to be favored in this match is a huge thing as a first-year coach.
I think it's going to be a really good match. As a coach, when you get your girls in a situation like this, what's the message when you get to the section semifinals? You'd say, don't be nervous, or is that just add to their nerves, or how do you approach it trying to coach them?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
You know, you're always a little nervous, which sometimes is okay. I think the biggest thing is just to play, and to play free, and to play relaxed, and not get super stressed out over the errors, because they're going to happen, especially when you're battling a really good team that's pretty even with you.
Rebels with some struggles early as far as one-loss record, but for the most part, played much better during the second half of the season and piled up some nice wins to get to 20 coming into the match tonight.
I think even if you look at their losses, they were the really top teams in the state, and you know that's nothing to be sad about. Even when they lost to St. Michael a couple weeks ago, like you're playing one of the top teams, so it was a pretty good battle.
Knights have had a number of state tournament appearances, but the last one came in 2008, so they would like to get a shot at Wayzata on Thursday and try to end that long string. It was Champlin Park trying to make it 6 section titles in a row. We are underway. Rebels and Navy. Sammy Hilly serving. First swing. Taylor Henderson just punches that one over, and then left side by Lears for the first kill of the match. It's Jensen Lears, a 6-foot senior. It's the first point up on the board for Champlin Park. Hilly, good serve. Handled by Henderson. Good dig on that ball by Panzer. And across and down for a point for Jordan Stelpus. Leads the team in kills this season.
Yeah, Stelpus was a big threat last year at state and really had, I think, her best match in the state championship.
It's her 348th kill of the season. That serve is long, and St. Michael gets his first point to get the side out. And that's 2-1 Rebels. Samantha Palmer, senior outside hitter to serve for the Knights. Good serve. A good dig up on that ball by Panzer. Stelpus gets blocked, but the ball lands out. And it's a point for the Rebels. Maddie Kopp, number 14, is in, and she will serve here. Carroll trying to push it over and does. Stremmel handled that. Tip over by Stelpus. They go outside. Henderson gets blocked. Good dig by Hilly on that ball. And then over on a nice play by Praski. We'll go back to Henderson, who took a little too much off that ball. The Rebels point, and it's 4-1.
It was a smart shot, the right opportunity to do it. You know, she had just gotten blocked and tried to give a little off speed, but definitely took too much off.
Henderson, strong swing, but too long.
For a 5'8" outside, she gets up there quite a ways.
5-1 Champlin Park, top serving. Pass a little bit off, but Kayla Henderson got to it. And a good swing here.
Great hustle.
Great play by both Stremmel and then Stalpus to get to a ball, and this one lands out. Good hustle point there for Champlin Park. Take a look at that again.
It's a great hustle there you see by Stremmel. It's always nice to win that point afterwards too.
Ace serve from Kopp. The Rebels rolling early. 7-1 Champlin Park. Outside, Michaela Henderson gets blocked. Carroll into the net. Uncharacteristic errors early for the Knights, hurting them, and they now trail 8-1. Good defense, too, being played by Champlin Park.
Very good defense, yeah. They're getting great touches on the ball.
Top serve, that one caroms off Van Heel for an ace.
And obviously serving aggressively. That's maybe for sure their second, third ace, possibly.
Megan Kruschke, the libero, back in. Quick set, Henderson over, finds the open spot. Michaela Henderson gives the Knights a much needed point. It's now 9-2. Ending an 8-0 scoring run for Champlin Park. Olivia Carroll, junior outside, back to serve. Hilly back set. Joint muscle on that one by Hannah Prasky.
Does look like St. Michael was in the net.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Point for Champlin Park to make it 10-2. They catch a little bit of a break there. Stalpus serve. Now goes another ace. Off of Palmer and out. Henderson for Michaela Henderson. Dug up by Panzer. And a contact whistled on the Rebels. Point STMA. Hilly will set it. Natalie Hansen over. St. Henderson rushes to get it and does. Nice job. And over by Kruschke. Hilly will set in the middle. Kill for Hannah Prasky.
That was a great choice to set your middle out of that transition play. We haven't seen a lot of the middles yet, and even though St. Michael tried to put up a big block, they couldn't quite get over enough.
Melita Backridge's in, serves here. Kayla Henderson down. Dug up by Backridge's. Scrambled by the Rebels, but over by Ellie Schmidt. Tossed the net. Rebels handle that off the tape. That one just crawls over. Good dig up by Michaela Henderson. Long rally here. Back set to Hansen. Good dig and pounded by Van Heel for a point. Well-earned point for STMA.
It was a great swing, but really set up by a great dig off of that. Great control and allowed them to be able to set their middle quick.
11-5. To the middle, Hilly blocked, but out. Rebels point, 12-5. Well, we corrected the score. Jim, now the scoreboard here reads 13-4. I think they had a scoring error at the scoreboard. Well, I gave you the wrong score a moment ago, but I think this is correct. 14-4. Serve is out by Panzer. Gives the Knights a point. Served by Van Heel. Back set, push over by Hilly. Nice play by Carroll to knock it back. Hanson across. Karam's high up off the ceiling and down. A fairly low ceiling here at Wayzata. In just watching the first match tonight between Wayzata and Osseo, saw a number of balls Karam off the curtains or the rafters that come down from the ceiling.
It's always another obstacle. Not only battling
you can't
the team.
plan for, right?
Yeah, you try, but it's hard to mimic that if you have a high ceiling in your own gym.
15-6 now. Served up by Cristori and into the net. So a service error. And it's a 10-point Champlin Park lead here in set one. Hilly has 30 aces on the season. Carroll can't get it over. Sin Henderson set it up for Palmer. Back set, Panzer to Stalpus, long. No touch on it, it is out. Here's the serve by Palmer, handled by Panzer. The back, and a little long again. A couple of big swings there by Jordan Stalpus with both of them out. Did we have a touch on that?
They must have seen the touch. I was watching the line judge on the St. Michael side, but it must have been the other line judge called a touch.
So instead it's a Rebels point, and it's 18-7. Kopp back in, will serve here. Had a good serving run earlier in this set. Oh, what a block. Krasky getting up with Ellie Schmidt to get the block on Michaela Henderson. Timeout, STMA.
That's a pretty big block on that side. You got two 6-foot girls, and it was closed, you see there, nice and solid. That's hard to get through.
All Prasky on that one, gets the kill, and 19-7. Just STMA just a little bit out of rhythm here to start tonight. I don't know if they're nervous or what, but certainly not playing as well as they're capable of. I mean, give obviously credit to Champlin Park, who played really good defense, a couple of service errors, but that's about it. They played pretty clean on their side of the net.
Yeah, and Champlin Park is serving really aggressively, and that's either getting them aces or getting St. Michael out of system, and they just don't look like they found a flow yet and found a rhythm on their side of the court, and that's really giving Champlin Park the upper hand right now.
Great start for Champlin Park. They lead 19-7 here in set one. Kopp lines up the serve. Back to the net, that's down. Well, not yet. Now it is. Now we have a player under the net as well. So a couple of things there working against the Knights to make it 20-7. Champlin Park. They just had trouble with serve receive so far.
Very much so, which is kind of surprising because their defense is so strong with ball control.
Outside, Michaela Henderson from Sin Henderson gets the kill. Ball off of Hilly and out.
I think Henderson needs to find a little bit of her groove. I think she's taken huge swings and missing, and then kind of her off speed, or some of them are working, but doesn't really feel like she's kind of settled in yet.
Outside, pounded by Strummel. Pounded rather by this pass by Strummel, and then the kill for Stalpas. And off of Sin Henderson and out. Get it again. Here's Stalpas with the swing. (21-8). And Stalpas with the serve. Handled by Palmer. A little touch over by Van Heel at the net. Rebels get it down. Marley Hansen, the freshman. And that was off Carroll, an ace. (23-8). A good serve, tight to the net. Oh, and Champlin Park can't take advantage on that one. Emily Schmidt just took a little too much off that ball. And it goes back to STMA. Sin Henderson, the sophomore, serve it up. Back set, Rasky across, open spot there. Kill for the senior, she'll rotate out. Backerjee's back in, and it's set point. Henderson over. STMA alive. Michaela Henderson with the kill. Now go to Hansen. Set over for Palmer. Rebels take that up. Bump back over by Henderson. Back set, Van Heel gets far. 4 hits. Whistled on STMA, and that one never quite got over that. And that is set point for Champlin Park, and they win it, Joy, pretty easily. 25, very easily, really.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
25-10 in the section semifinal is a pretty big margin.
Yeah, you don't expect that. However, like looking at the ages of these girls, you look at Champlin Park, they've got 5 seniors that play a lot of minutes out there majority of the time. They've also been the ones that were at state last year. So, right now they might just be a little bit more comfortable, and St. Michael just might be a little more nervous. They don't really have the age on their side. They've got 3 seniors out there, and only 2 of them are really out there majority of the time. So that's a little bit of difference right there, and just how they can be comfortable in the situation right now. Like it's a big pressure situation, and I just don't feel like St. Michael has really embraced it yet and settled down.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the second set. More coverage of the Section 5 3A volleyball tournament from Wayzata High School after this timeout.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
yes.
You, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. so he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
A lot of happiness in the Champlin Park family section right now after that first set, 25-10 for Rebels over the Knights. For STMA, I think maybe just, I got that first one out of the way.
Yeah.
The other teams haven't won 3 yet. They've only won 1.
Yep.
Come out and play the kind of volleyball that we've played that's won 23 matches this season, right?
Yeah, the team that battles and fights back. I think we gotta see that a little bit more, see a little more ball control out of them, and they obviously can compete with Champlin Park. That's obviously been seen. So hopefully they can step up here, maybe change things up a little bit on their side. Looks like they've got both setters in. Or no, number 1, they just have Fritz in right now. So maybe that'll make a change.
Sophie Fritz in to start the second set. She serves for STMA. Looks by Van Heel to the back handle there by Stremmel. Attack by Dalbert. Great dig on that ball. By Klushki, and STMA gets the point. Maybe that's a little momentum they need just to start the second set.
Yeah, that was a great dig.
Look at this ball.
Perfect spot.
She was
nice
in the right spot, and then Fritz getting the set outside. Michaela Henderson to kill. So 1-0 STMA. Carroll in the overpass, but that was handled by Panzer. Stalpos will float this one across. Back to Carroll again, and another kill for her.
That was a great swing by her. I don't really feel like we saw much of that in the first set out of her, and she obviously is capable of doing that, so maybe they'll try to push a few more balls to her, let her swing through the blocks. 4th
on the Knights in kills on the season. Stalpos swings, but her ball doesn't get over the net, and it's a quick 3-0 STMA lead here in the second set.
A little change of events. That's how quickly this game goes with momentum.
Billy Zapraski, that gets blocked but out, and Champlin Park has its first point here in set number 2. Kopp will serve. Michaela Henderson into the net. Trying to attack from off the net, but couldn't get it over. Off of Krushki to the net, and in the net. We get quick 3 points for Champlin Park, and they've tied it up.
It's like the down ref called St. Michael out of rotation. It's probably Henderson because she's front row pulling back to pass. She might have been too far back behind the back row player.
This one off of Palmer, then they go back to Palmer, gets it down the line and in for a point.
It's another nice swing by her. Definitely a little bit, pulled off a little bit, but a nice shot and put it right down the line.
4-4. Palmer serving. Billy, and then over by Stremmel. Back set, a little push over by Van Heel, kept alive by Panzer. Great job by her to get to that ball and keep it off the floor and get the point for the Rebels.
Yeah, it was a great save. It was a great try by Henderson. She really wanted that ball, and that's a good time to chuck it back over, but just got a little too excited maybe.
Scramble here by STMA and over. by Krushke. He set the ball to the middle. Returned in. How about that?
Those are what we would call a bump kill back in college,
right.
and we loved them because, you know, they're pretty lucky shots.
This one, Palmer in the back row, up, and then defense all pulled up, and it's down for a point. Prasky just a little long on that swing from the right side, and STMA in front now, 6-5. And then Heel to serve, and that will tie it back up. Krushke serving. Outside, yeah, Henderson elevated for that one, hammered it down.
That was a great swing. I mean, like I said, for 5'8", she jumped super high, and that was a great high contact on the ball, and she's got the power, obviously, to get through that block.
7-6 Knights. Quick set for Hilly in the middle. Knights able to handle that. That ball across and another kill back-to-back here for Michaela Henderson. 8-6 St. Michael Albertville. Served by Sin Henderson. Backwards setting to Hilly for the kill. Haven't called Sammy Hilly's name a lot yet tonight, but obviously a very integral part of this team and their success. Second on the team in kills behind Jordan Stalpus. That'll go as an ace. Hanser, second on the team in aces. That one on the first one, this one gone. Back to the Knights. Ackergees will set it up, and down the line for Hansen, the kill. Marley Hansen will rotate out now after she gets the kill.
Yeah, that's a great player to have there for John Junker, a freshman, and 5'10", nice tall height there on the outside.
Kylie Stremmel serving. Maya Christozek the kill. Sophomore answers and gets a point for the Knights in the lead back. Here's Krushke's serve. Millie back set. Jensen Lears across and get a point for Champlin Park to tie it at 10.
It's a great hustle by Sin Henderson. You know, obviously very athletic and can definitely make effort to get to the ball.
Then heel down. Hammers it. Trade points here. St. Michael Albertville again ahead by 1.
It's nice to see St. Michael mixing it up right now. And granted, like I said, they're getting the passes that they didn't have, that ball control in the first set. So it's nice to see them getting that ball control back and then being able to mix it up with their offense.
Overpass and heel. Too much on it. Back to STMA though. No harm done. Here's Stelpus. Yeah, gets blocked. And heel gets up and blocks Jordan Stelpus, and it's a 12-10 Knights lead.
That's the textbook block of getting up, right timing. She was over just enough, angled into the court. Ball went straight down.
Hilly has to race to this ball and bumped over by Stelpus. Fritz will dump it over for a point. A little run here for STMA.
It was a smart move right there. You know, everything was going fast and just chuck it back over, and Champlin Park wasn't ready.
Healy will set it for Praski down. Makes it 13-11. Kopp and Schmidt back in. Back set, Van Heel. Another big swing. Couple of big attacks plus a kill. And the last few points here for the junior, Emma Van Heel.
Yeah, great swing. She's been their number 2, and so it's nice to see her getting involved.
Here's Palmer serve. Hilly will set up Stalpas, who got it down. Defense a little late to react to that ball. Champlin Park point. They pull back to within 2. Fritz, quick set for Carroll, got blocked. I think it was Hansen that got up there.
Yeah, Marley Hansen on the outside. Great to have a tall outside that can actually block.
A little tight to the net there on the pass, but still Fritz setting up nicely for Van Heel.
That's a great play by your setter. You know, that's what you want them to do. Take that risk to go up and get that ball. And, you know, as Van Heel ran her route as a middle as she's supposed to and available.
Hilly for Hansen. Knights in scramble mode, and this one won't get over. Backwards in. Good serve. Handled though by Palmer. Kayla Henderson. Stalpas takes that back row. Will set up Hansen. Good drive by Krushke and then Hansen. Henderson rather with the kill, and
I think they're going to call a double on Fritz on that ball. Yeah.
We tie it up. And Bakerjee serving. Henderson floating this one, but wide. You know, STMA has played much better here in the second set, but they're down. I mean, it's only a point, obviously. It's not like the margin was in the first set, but Champlin Park has weathered the storm here, and they're up by 1. Fritz back set, send Henderson across. Panzer will go back to Hansen. Go back to Michaela Henderson, floats it across, handled by Backwards. Here's Schmidt from the right side that crawls over and down. Off of Krushke and then hits the floor.
Yeah, Champlin Park's definitely gained the momentum, and as St. Michael, you don't want that to happen. You want to figure out how to get out of this rut right now and not let all the errors that have been happening keep you down.
Fritz to Michaela Henderson, so I'm going to end that, and she does.
She wanted that. Yep, that's what she wanted to end it. Wanted to, you know, hopefully build on that now, and that's what they really needed out of her.
Kristozic back in for STMA. Backwards to Hilly. Over by Michaela Henderson. Panzer diving to the floor. They go back to Hilly again and delivers the kill.
A little chaos play, but, you know, Champlin Park just trusted each other and kept going. And, you know, Hilly's just there, going up, swinging hard. Great shot.
Serve into the net here gives STMA a point back. 18-17 now. Back set Hilly, and that's a point.
She's turned into such a dynamic player. I mean, you see her out here right now, like before she's just hit in the past. And now you see her setting in the back row, hitting on the middle, still in the front row. Just so dynamic. You kind of do a little bit of everything right now. It's It's been a fun couple years watching her grow.
We talked to the Rebels mid-season, and I asked her about setting. She said, I always wanted to set, but John would never let me.
Does kind of run in her blood.
Yeah, well, a great swing and another kill for Michaela Henderson. Pulls the Knights to within one at 19-18. Henderson's really stepped up her game here in set 2. Kruschke serve. Hilly will set it. Stalpus out. And we are tied at 19.
Probably a little low set for her. Stalpus needs it just a little bit higher. She gets up there and hangs, so it's maybe not the right location.
They'll set it back. Lears will push it across. Handled by Kruschke. To the middle, Van Heel. And STMA has the lead at 20-19.
I would just feed her 5 more points. I would, every pass that's something you can do with something with the middle, I would just give it to Van Heel, hang it up there, let her go swing away. She's just playing phenomenal so far this set.
Look at it again. It's set by Sin Henderson and Van Heel. With another kill. Our play of the week is sponsored by Chick-fil-A of Maple Grove. Each week, 4 top prep plays are up on our website at ccxmedia.org. Go to the sports tab, and then under it, the CCX Sports Play of the Week. You can make your vote. The 4 plays for this week are up now. It's brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Maple Grove. Knights have responded after being dominated in the first set, 25-10. Now 5 points away from tying this match up at a set apiece.
This is really the set that you expected to see at the start,
right,
instead of that first set. That seemed like a little bit of a fluke, so it'd be fun to see them finish it out here.
Hilly sets up Stalpus, missed. That's what she likes to go down that line, but just missed on that swing. And now the Knights have a 2-point lead. A little run of points here is giving them the edge. Oh, and they give one back on the service error by Kruschke. It's 21-20.
It's probably not the front row that St. Michael wants to see on the other side of the net. This is a really strong front row for Champlin Park.
Hilly serving. Sin Henderson will dump it over. Hilly gets to that ball. Touched over by Stalpus. Henderson gets to it and over.
Nice hustle.
Stalpus again. Sin Henderson back set for Van Heel. This time is long. And we're tied at 21. So Champlin Park answers. 2 straight points. Race to 4. Hilly serve long. 22-21 Knights.
It's definitely what St. Michael wanted right now. You don't want Hilly to go on a big run.
Sophie Fritz has played a strong second set. Gets this one, just grazes off the tape on the way over.
That's a great touch.
The defense by STMA to dig that ball up. Over by Michaela Henderson. Hands her back, Stalpus over. Carroll set it outside for Palmer, but into the net. Tied at 22, Kopp back in for the Rebels. Kopp in, Stremmel. Back set, gets blocked. Does Palmer on that one. Carroll, a little hesitation who's going to take that ball. Hilly will set it for Stalpus. Will drop it over, but Fritz was ready for that ball. From high, but not off the ceiling. Hilly for Stalpus, off hands. Fritz in the middle, and another kill. Here's to number 9, Emma Van Heel.
That was a great rally. Nice defense back and forth. You know, a lot of out-of-system balls, but just both sides being ready to play them.
23-all. Sam Palmer to serve. Back it goes, and it is in for a point for Hannah Praske. Look at it again. Yep.
Great spot.
Stalpa serving, tied at 23. Back set to Carroll, cuts it across nicely. Terrific shot by Olivia Carroll, and it's set point for STMA.
Has a great shot and great confidence to still take a swing on that ball and not panic because she got pushed outside.
Really back for Praske. Dig on that ball by Fritz. Double contact on STMA. We're tied up.
You know, you don't see a lot of teams anymore that use their right side as their backup setter. The majority of teams now will use their libero. So it's a little different seeing that now.
Lockridge's in, will serve. Good serve. Oh, terrific dib by Krushke. Michaela Henderson, but too strong. And now set point for Champlin Park. Timeout, St. Michael Albertville. You love the momentum swings of volleyball, don't you? Maybe not if you're a parent or a coach, but if you're the fan, you
it's fun,
appreciate
it's
it,
fun
right?
but stressful when you go back and forth. But, you know, it's definitely the way the game goes, and it can be, you know, one great serve or one great pass that can put you back on top. And, you know, right now, obviously, Champlin's looking for the great serve, and St. Michael's looking for that great pass and a good controlled ball so that they can set up a great play, and hopefully, you know, I'm sure they're going to send it out to Henderson out on the outside, and you definitely hope that they, you know, get everything lined up so they can take a great swing and tie it back up.
Set point for the Rebels, already up 1-0. Boy, this is big in this match. Not that you can't come down from down 0-2, but you'd rather not.
Yeah, it gets a lot harder then.
Lockridge serving, floats it deep. Go back to Michaela Henderson, floats it over for a point. Got it over the block and down, great play. Take a little bit off it by the senior to get the point.
Yeah, I think she wanted to swing big on that, but the ball was just not really the right tempo for what her speed was coming in, so it was a smart play.
Back to tied up, Sin Henderson serving. Lockridge for Hill, he gets blocked and down.
That's a big point for St. Michael. You see them get super excited over that. Not only are you blocking one of their main hitters, but you know you're taking the lead and you're at set point now. And that's a great place. It's got to be a good feeling of where they're at, especially you're earning 2 points coming out of that last time out.
Look at it again. That's off of G.K. Lamont, I think, number 4. She was up there along with Maya Kristozic. And now set point, the second one in this second set for the Knights. For the Rebels, just you preach patience, right? Now it's player game.
You gotta.
1 point.
1 point at a time at this point. You know, you can't panic about winning right now. You just gotta go for 1 point, get one side out, and then you focus on the next point. It's tit for tat right now, so you just gotta keep going one thing at a time.
Sin Henderson back to serve, 26-25 Knights. Oh, and just long on the serve, and we are tied at 26.
The old rule is that you never miss a serve out of a timeout. Definitely not in that at set point.
Megan Panzer to serve. Back it goes, we get a double contact, and boy, just like that, in about 30 seconds of real time, it's set point for the Rebels.
Yep, that's how quick it changes, you know, and that's why you can't panic. You just gotta, you know, same thing from St. Michael right now. They just gotta worry about getting one side out.
Panzer, another good serve. Go to Michaela Henderson. Great dig by Stelpus. Pushed deep by Hansen. Dumped over by Sin Henderson, but backward she's handled that. Hansen down for a point. And Marley Hansen has given the Rebels a 2-0 lead with a 28-26 win.
That was a great swing, nice control, definitely placed the ball, wasn't just swinging away to swing. A great fight the entire time by both teams, but I think Champlin just kind of stayed composed and didn't get panicked and just 1 point at a time, 1 point at a time. I think Michael is still slowly settling in. I think sometimes they, get that chaos and that panic mode, and that's not really helping them at all. But they did some really good things in that set and definitely came back from that first set and really fought and showed they can fight.
Time for another break. We're back with more volleyball on CCX after this timeout. Fun section volleyball here tonight at Wayzata High School, especially if you're a Champlin Park player or fan. Your team now up 2-0 on the number 2 seed, St. Michael Albertville, 25-10 and then 28-26. Wayzata again awaits the winner of this one Thursday night at 7 o'clock at Osseo High School. STMA, you're sure you've been in this on both sides of this, I'm sure, 2-0 or 0-2. What's the message to your team? How do you get them to? You got to win the first set before you get to 5, right?
Yeah.
And before you get to 4, they
for
get
sure.
to 5.
I think it goes kind of back to what we were talking about at the end of the second set. It's just 1 point at a time. You can't panic right now and really think about being down 0-2. You have to think about, okay, getting the first 5 points and then the next 5 and 5 after that. So it's just really like little games and not a big set.
Really played a great second set, though. And,
they did.
Compared to that first one and had a couple chances to win it. First point of the third set goes to Hannah Praski and the Rebels. And the overpass. Kelly back to serve. Fritz setting up Van Heel. Saw her have a lot of great swings and points in that second set.
Yeah, she played phenomenally in the second set, and so I hope that they recognize that and get her as many balls as possible when she's in.
Samantha Palmer over. Cross and heel across on the overpass. Stelpus able to float across. Set up Michaela Henderson. Great dig in the back row by Stremmel. Henderson this time tips it. Hansen got a piece of that. This is a great rally. Back set goes to Carroll, and she pushes it in just inside the back line for a Knights point.
That was a great shot, going deep corner. You know, you see Henderson just take a big swing on the ball, and then she was smart and didn't go back up for it again. And then Carroll just finishing it off with that deep corner shot.
Set goes to Stalpas. Terrific job by Krushke to get to that ball. Good dig on swing from Henderson over by Prasky. That gets dug up on a terrific play by Fritz. Back it goes. Stalpas gets blocked. A couple of entertaining points. They're both gone to the Knights here, back to back.
That was great defense. You know, you saw great digs on both sides, and that's the most fun part of the game, I think, is those big digs.
Palmer serving. Fritz to the front row. Carroll, nice job getting it over. Panzer handled that. Stalpas gets it across. Fritz will tap it over. Healy will get the set. Jordan Stalpas over. Fritz, Carroll across. Henderson swings and delivers an attacking kill on that left side.
It's a great tempo set by your right side. Nice location. Great swing by Henderson.
In the middle, Hannah Prasky from Sammy Hilly.
It's a big hitter to try to go one-on-one with a block.
Prasky has both Champlin Park kills here in the third set. Top serves. Long. 5-2 STMA. Lamont's back in, number 4 for STMA. Substitutions also for Champlin Park. Here they go to Stalpas. Back set to Carroll. That gets blocked.
Nice save.
Terrific job again getting that ball up. Prasky and off of Palmer and out.
That was a great save. You know, that ball should have been blocked and down, and that was just a great defensive play.
Knights defense has really picked up these last two sets. Quick set, Michaela Henderson gets taped down for a point.
Wasn't the greatest swing, but sometimes, you know, those are the ones that score, and a point to point.
Had 358 kills on the season coming into the match tonight. Would have probably added another 10 at least to that total
so far,
this evening. Sin Henderson's back in. She serves here. Schmidt with the pass. Prasky blocked, but it's out. And a Rebels point. (6-4), and here's Bakraji's. Swing over. Oh, great dig by Panzer. It looked like that was going to go down on this swing from Christozic. Here's Michaela Henderson. Rebels ready for that. Right side over by Schmidt. Sin Henderson over by Christozic. Hansen. Dig by Krushke. Right side, Michaela Henderson floats it over. Dug up by Panzer. Hansen across. Krushke the save on that ball. And finally down. What a great point. Fun point to watch.
Yeah, a lot of great rallies. Like we keep talking about, great defense. And I'm truly a believer in defense winning games. And, you know, right now that's what's really keeping St. Michael afloat.
Bakraji's for Hansen, gets blocked. Panzer, Hansen back to the middle of the court and over by Stalpas. Sin Henderson for Palmer across. Point for the Knights. Off hands and down. Strong start for STMA here in the third set, trailing 2-0. Another serve off the hand of Michaela Henderson. In the middle, Hilly's blocked but out. Rebels point. Hands were line drive short, but into the net. 9-5.
That's a nice break for St. Michael. You know, she's one of Champlin Park's great servers, and so to be able to stop that run and not have anything go off of it is great for them.
Right side swing from Sammy Hilly, point Champlin Park.
Yeah, nice shot down the line for Hilly.
Nine to 6. Strummel ready to serve for Champlin Park. Back set, again it gets blocked. Jordan Stalpus elevating to get the block. 9-7.
Really great timing, getting that turned in. Really nice block by Stalpez.
And heel across, but out. Rebels within 1. Sin Henderson, quick set for Michaela Henderson. Stalpus trying to push it to the opposite side and just over the net, but didn't get enough on it.
It's a smart shot. You know, that's the corner you want to go to. Hit that off blocker who, you know, doesn't always sometimes play off blocker as an outside. So smart plan.
Fritz back set, and heel gets blocked by the Rebels. Quick set in the middle to Hilly. That's off of Michaela Henderson. Champlin Park point. It's 10-9.
You can see the late decision there by Henderson. She thought it was going out, and then I think it was coming just off of her left side a little bit, and then tried to go for it, but too late.
Fritz will set outside for Carroll. Rebels get a block on it. Panger will set it back for Stalpus, too strong. (11-9). St. Michael Albertville here in the third set, Section 5-3A semifinals. Hilly to Stalpus. This one's down. I was going to play it, but I thought I should let Sophie Fritz give a shot at
Just
it.
In case.
Crawling over my back. And
Yeah. You want to rob a home run.
Right. I want to be that fan interference guy. Top serving.
Nice
Michaela
set.
Henderson unloads for a point. And it's 12-10. STMA.
Yeah, that was a great set by Fritz, getting it out there to Henderson, but just great location, great tempo. You see right there, right out to the pin. Perfect.
And heel serves into the net. So giving it right back to Champlin Park. There's a lot of errors in that first set for St. Michael Albertville, but they've really cleaned that up here in the second and third sets.
Yeah, they've taken a lot more control of their game and their side of the court.
Stalpus trying to tie it up. Back it goes to Carroll, across in front of Hilly for a point. And we keep going between a 1 and 2 point lead for St. Michael Albertville. Kristozic and Sin Henderson back in. Hilly back over by Praski. This little touch over by Kristozic. Hilly to Praski, gets blocked. Lamont's getting the block for St. Michael Albertville, and they've opened up a 3 point lead at 14-11. Good serve. Handled by Champlin Park by Kopp. Swing long by Hansen. And now biggest lead of this set, 4 points at 15-11. And a timeout for Champlin Park.
Yeah, they're not going to let this lead get too big. They're going to want to try to stop this right now. Champlin needs to, just regain a little bit more of their control. They're still playing really hard. They're still playing well, but they're just making a few more errors than they've made in the other sets. A few hitting errors getting blocked up there. But it's also a credit to St. Michael playing a little bit harder and being a little more controlled on their side. You can see that their first contact is so much better than it was at the start of this match. So, we should hopefully expect it to be a battle to the end, and it'd be nice to see St. Michael pull one out and extend their playoff run.
23 wins, 6 losses on the season for the Knights. First year playing in the Lake Conference. Played Wayzata during the conference season. Lost to the Trojans. Champlin Park played Wayzata twice. They played them in the Side Out Classic to start the year at Edina and lost that one in 5, and then played them in a 3-set tournament. Best of 3. Lost 2-0 to Wayzata also during the regular season. So each of his teams has something to prove against the Trojans come Thursday night. And Scott Jackson is not missing a point of this one right now.
Scouting, checking them out where they are now.
And out of the timeout, another point for St. Michael Albertville. Serve receive error for the Rebels. 16-11. Sin Henderson will serve up another one. Hilly back. Prasky down. All right, great dig. First by Palmer and then over by Michaela Henderson. Go to Hansen. Handled by Krushke. Michaela Henderson is wide on this one.
Another great defensive play, though, keeping that alive, getting a great touch, and, right there, you see that great touch on the ball. That's effort in all defense, because you never know what you can get up if you just make the move to the ball.
Let's see if that point gives Champlin Park a little momentum. Backridge's in to serve. So tight to the net, and Sin Henderson crashes into the net, trying to save that ball and set it to Michaela. (16-13). Again, a little scramble for STMA defensively there, but they handle it. Hilly across, dug up by Sin Henderson. Cross it goes. Chris Stozek for the point, set up by Michaela Henderson.
That was a great play. Your setter takes the first ball, gets the dig, which makes obviously her out. You saw Michaela Henderson there take the second ball, and just a nice cut shot on the outside.
Terrific point, 17-13. Oh, and then back to Champlin Park, a serve into the net. Rebels back to within 3.
Those are the errors that really St. Michael can't afford right now. They really need to make sure that they're putting those balls over the net.
Panzer serve. Handled in the back row. Kristozek. And great dig on that ball, but the Rebels can't get it over. And the point goes to the Knights.
Great dig, great location. Just a little bit too far behind the ball for that one for Stalpez, but a great swing.
18-14. Krushke serving. Oh, double contact. And the Knights inching closer here to 25 in the third set. Back up by 5 for the second time. 19-14. Megan Krushke, the senior libero, serving. We have a rotation there. (20-14) Knights. Krushke, that one just got over the tape, and then flipped over by Van Heel. Stampas. Good dig on that ball. Haley goes down the line for a point. 20-15. The Rebels still with a lot of work to do, trailing by 5 late in the third set.
It's a great swing, but a great dig by Stalpez. She was ready for that. And a great swing by Hilly. She likes that line shot.
Served by Stremmel. Back set a little tight there to the antenna and out.
A little miscommunication over here on St. Michael Albertville side. You've got Kelly in the game right now, and so obviously just a little bit of, unfamiliarity over there.
Kenzie Kelly just came in this set and received serve there. That one got over. Hilly will tip it over the blockers, and Champlin Park with a little run here, 3 in a row to make it 20-17.
This is where the Knights just have to calm down, just find their composure, get back to the game they were playing 3 points ago.
Stremmel serving. Outside they go to Palmer. That gets blocked. Kayla Henderson had a brief rest. She'll come back in. (20-18). Stremmel's serve. Handled this time by Michaela Henderson. Sin Henderson for Palmer for Van Heel for the kill.
That was a great swing. Great opportunity there to find your middle and take a big swing. And I would say this is the rotation that the Knights want to be in. You've got Fritz back serving. You've got Carroll back in the front row.
Oh, and then the serve into the net. Point Champlin Park, 21-19.
I think they've probably missed at least 3 serves. And that's, when you're only up by 2, that's a big deal at this point.
Rebels have scored 5 of the last 6 points to get back to within 2. Sammy Hilly serving. Fritz will go to Palmer. Nice. Off hands. Panzer got it. Hilly will serve it. Or set it rather for Stalpus. And to Palmer. That gets blocked. It's down 4 points. I think the Knights thought that was going to land out. It did not. 21-20. Chance for the Rebels to tie it up, perhaps. Michaela Henderson doesn't want any part of that. Oh, that ball got over. Carroll got to it. Then she'll get it back. Pushes it across and puts it down. A huge shot for Olivia Carroll.
It was a nice spot. They definitely needed to end that run. Didn't really quite seem like she was ready to attack that ball, but she definitely put it in a smart spot.
Palmer back to serve. Floats it across, handled by Panzer. Hilly to Stalpus, off hands. Good play on the ball by Michaela Henderson. She'll get it back, try to push it down the line, and does.
That's huge trust in your outside for the setter. Not only did she have to dig that ball as the off blocker and get pushed way off the court, but she trusted that she was going to get back in there and then make a play on this ball, which she did, and just pushed it into that corner for a score. Here you see her go way off the court. Give her the ball again. She's a competitor, and she's going to come in and she's going to fight for that and try to give her team the point.
It's been a fun third set. Knights lead 23-20. Have had a lot of long rallies on several points. Rebels have been in a hole here for much of the last half of the set.
Can't really count them out yet, though.
No. I
definitely think as the Knights, you got to come out and be ready to just go hard for 2+ points, but expecting them to come back. And, I don't think you're ever going to see Champlin Park just lay down and let someone steal 2 points from them. So they're going to have to battle for it.
Knights by 3. Palmer back to serve out of this timeout. Hilly will set it outside. Stalpus missed. And it's set point for STMA. Trying to extend this match. Not yet. 24-21. Kopp back in. Been pretty solid tonight, serving. Gets this one across. Fritz in the middle of the Van Heel. Great dig by Hilly. Rasky will push it over. Carroll will go to Van Heel again, down off Praske, and St. Michael Albertville wins the third set, 25-21, and we will go to a fourth. Did a lot of things good in that second set, did them even maybe better in the third, right?
Yeah, I would say their confidence on the court was a lot better. Their trust and confidence in each other as a team was way better in that third set. Ball control continues to get better, which is huge for them. You know, like I said, they get to run all of their hitters then when they have the ball control, and they need to be able to run, especially Van Heel right now, and get swinging at as many balls as possible. So fun to see them battle back. You know, as a coach, I would talk to them about their serving and serving with more purpose and making sure that they're really taking their time and getting great serves in so that they don't have to worry about giving away those points that are, you know, all on you, and don't want to give away points that you can definitely control.
We'll take time out. We'll come back. The fourth set upcoming. Section 5 3A volleyball on CCX, continuing on this Tuesday night at Wayzata High School after this timeout.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
John Jacobson and Spring Lake Park head volleyball coach Joy Johnston here for the coverage of the second semifinal in Section 5 3A. Champlin Park winning the first set easily. And two tight sets, 2 and 3 there. Champlin Park going up 2-0, and then St. Michael Albertville coming back to take the third one to extend us to at least a fourth set. The winner will play Wayzata, who won a 4-set match earlier tonight against Osseo.
This is definitely a great place for the Knights to be in, to fight back and to make sure that they would extend it to a fourth set. So hopefully they can take what they did in the third set and now just drive it into the fourth and maybe send it to 5.
There was some tense moments for that man and his team tonight when they lost the first set and fell behind 18-9 in the second set and rallied back to win that one. We're down a couple of set points to Osseo, and that one came back and won, and then took the pair of business in the third and fourth sets to eliminate a scrappy Orioles team.
Yeah, that's stressful to be down that big as a coach when you know your team could probably do it, but that's a hard one. It shows a lot about their team, though. It shows a lot about their determination and their grit as a team to battle back and keep fighting. So it's fun to watch. I got to watch the end of that match, so.
We are underway with the fourth set. Knights back into it, having taken that third set. Billy sets outside for Stelpus, floats it wide. And the first point goes to St. Michael Albertville. Again, these teams played just over 2 weeks ago in the tournament. Knights won 2-1. Good dig on that ball by Henderson, but then Fritz in the net.
That's a hard ball to get out for a setter. You know, you want him to be patient and take that ball, but it's definitely a tricky one.
Kopp and Schmidt in for Champlin Park as Kopp serves. Outside they go to Carroll, and then she gets the point for STMA.
It's a nice swing. You know, she's got a great arm swing and has some good power, so it's fun to see her actually be ready and take a big swing on that ball.
Serve here for Palmer. Rebels scrambling, got it across. Henderson.
You see the hang time in that approach. You know, she just gets up, you see her hang, and then just unloads on that ball. It's a beautiful swing.
You need like exit velocity in volleyball or something like that, right? And measure some of those balls that she's at. There's an ace serve. A good start here to the fourth set for St. Michael Albertville. They're up 4-1. Now it's Champlin Park making some uncharacteristic errors in a couple of these points early in the fourth set. Hilly on the slide to Prasky for a point. 4-2. Southwell serves. Quick set to the middle. And heel. Point. St. Michael Albertville.
Another great swing there, just catching the end line. You know, a lot of times players tend to forget about the perimeter of the court, how easily you can score around that.
Service error gives that point back to Champlin Park. It's 5-3. Backergy serving. Krushke and tapped over. Easy play there for Marley Hansen. Back set to Carroll. Tough shot. Got it off of Schmidt and out.
She doesn't shy away. I like to see that when she gets outside the pin. A lot of hitters tend to like just panic and get a little timid. She still swings away.
Sin Henderson serving. Her team up by 2. Off of Hansen. Stalpus up front and then over by Hansen. Sin Henderson back set. That gets blocked by Hilly. Another swing from the left side this time. Rebels take that. Hansen over, and this will go out. Good effort by St. Michael Albertville, but couldn't get it back in play. 6-5. Panzer serves long. 7-5, STMA. Backergy will set it back for Hilly. Swing across and the kill for Palmer. Knights by 3, 8-5.
Yeah, nice shot there, using the block, going in between them.
Back set to Hilly, across. Hill Henderson and over by Sin Henderson. Quick set to Hilly. That's up in the ceiling. Caroms a couple of times, then comes down. It was like Plinko up in the rafters there, right?
Yeah, it's never fun. You never know when it's where it's gonna come out at. Even if you're trying to be patient, just never know. Ooh, nice
Stremmel,
serve.
good ace, good serve, not quite an ace. Nope. Knight's got it handled very well. Stolpus floated across. Sin Henderson back set. Kristosik to kill. They dug up that serve they didn't think they would get to, and they end up with the point. Well played by the Knights. It's 9-6.
Yeah, the Knights are very scrappy. They don't give up on plays. They stick another fist out or a foot or whatever it takes to keep getting that ball up.
Krushke serving. Stalpus unloads. 9-7. Champlin Park trailing by 2. Trailed for a lot of the third set as well. Haley will set it for Praske in the middle. Sin Henderson outside to Palmer. Great dig by Panzer on that ball. Here's Stelpus off hands. Sin Henderson gets a hand on it. Krushke to Palmer. Haley will set outside. Stelpus. Great dig by Michaela Henderson. They'll go back to her again. Gets blocked. Hannah Praske gets the block, and it's 9-8.
Praske does such a nice job in the middle, not only hitting, but defensively getting up with that ball. Back row attacks are harder to block in time. That was perfect timing.
Blocked, but out. This time by the Rebels. 10-8. St. Michael Albertville. Fritz with the serve. Hilly in the middle and out. On the swing here from Praske. Couple quick points for the Knights. They're back up by 3. Go to Stelpus this time. Krushke got it in the back row. They go to Palmer. Swings wide. Long in that attack. Champlin Park point. 11-9. Kopp Schmidt back in for CP as Kopp serves. Block at the net. Henderson diving before to try to get to it again. Couldn't get it up. 11-10. One off of Kelly. Michaela Henderson just got it over and then sliding up to handle for Champlin Park with Strebel, and then the point for the Knights. Another point where early on it looked like they weren't going to get it.
Yeah, that barely skimmed the net for Henderson on that free ball, but then really nice use of it when they got it back and giving it to Van Heel and getting a great swing on the kill.
That is out. Point for Champlin Park. It's 12-11. Stelpus trying to go at Kelly, but missed.
It's always nice when you miss a serve as your team, and then the other team just gives it right back. Kind of cancels them out.
13-11. Paige Holmes, sophomore outside hitter in, and will serve here for St. Michael Albertville. Off the net, and then Rebels didn't know where it had gone, and down.
That's where you can tell that a team plays in a gym that has a much higher ceiling, so you're not used to that.
There's Hansen. Sin Henderson got that. Michaela Henderson missed.
She was looking for that deep corner down the line and just cut it a little too far out of bounds.
Knights have led pretty much throughout this set. It's 14-12. Elena Bakrajee serving. Michaela Henderson has done great work tonight. We'll get another kill.
It's a great swing, and Panzer's actually done a really nice job for Champlin Park in getting majority of those digs back up, and that one she just lost control of her body, over-rotated, and Henderson took control of that point.
Sin Henderson is back in and will serve. Bakrajee's in the middle. Hilly got blocked on that one by Lamons. Here's Hansen with the swing. Tight to the net here. Lamons off of Stelpus and out.
That's a lucky ball to get saves. Like you said, that pass went incredibly tight to the net. where, you know, you really shouldn't be able to dig that one even out and get a controlled contact out of the net. And you see Sin Henderson really get a good contact there, and, you know, you're just ready to go take a swing, and kind of a misread by Champlin Park. Should have let that ball go probably, but, you know, those are the ones that make a defense bite, and you'll take that point.
The Knights trying to tie this match up, send it to a 5th set. 9 points to go. Served by Sin Henderson out of the timeout. Backwards to Hilly. And a point for Champlin Park. 16-13. Panzer serve. Kelly to home and out on the swing by Christozic.
It's a good swing, obviously a hard ball to hit coming over your shoulder, the awkward angle, but, you know, deep corner ball next time.
Michaela Henderson backwards, he's back, and Lamont handled that ball coming right back over the net and hammers it down.
And a smart location, she turned that ball to that right back corner where, you know, Stalpez was not, because she was already towards the right side of the court.
That's off Michaela Henderson. Palmer gave great chase, but can't get to that.
Great hustle. You know, the Knights work so hard. They never give up on balls. They have a determination to get to everything, and the belief, I think, that they think they can get to everything, whether they really can or not. So it's fun to watch them play.
Back set to Christozic. Backwards, he's got it up. Hilly got it up. It's pretty tight to net. They can't get it over. No chance for Lears on that ball. 18-15 STMA. Krushke serves. Hilly quickly to Stalpez.
Ooh, nice up.
Great job by Sin Henderson. Here's Palmer down. Their defense has been outstanding the last couple of sets.
Yeah, that's a great dig, great location. You know, put her team in a position to be able to take a swing on that ball and get a play off.
Krushke serves long. 19-16. Hilly trying to rally her team now from the service line. Down by 3 here in the 4th set. I'd like to end it here if she can. Help her team end it. Dumped over by Sin Henderson. Scramble mode for the Rebels. Hilly will set it for Lears. That's up in the air. Nice play by Michaela Henderson to get to that ball, and then Van Heel delivers another kill.
It's always great to see a setter trust her middle that much, where she's, you know, 6 to 8 feet off the net and still is going to set her middle a great ball, and she takes a great swing on it. That's fun to see. That's great. That's great trust. That's great chemistry between your setter and hitters.
20-16, STMA. A lot of confidence now. Having won that 3rd set and leading most of the way here. Really, a lot of the last 2 sets they've been the team ahead. It's been the Rebels trying to play catch up.
Yeah, you know, the Knights they've been a little in scramble plays off and on, but it still feels like they have control. And so I think in a way it's almost theirs to lose, and if they can keep the control, they can control the entire set and maybe the entire match. And right now Champlin, I think, just needs a little bit of a fire going underneath them. they seem like they're just a little relaxed, like too relaxed, and that's just going to happen instead of like taking charge and going after it, because they've got competitors on their team. They've got, you know, great leadership out of Stalpez and Hilly, and they can drive it. They just got to, you know, take it up a notch right now.
Sophie Fritz, the senior, trying to get her team 5 more points and extend this match to 5 sets. Hilly to Stalpez. That's a big swing and kill for the seniors there. Hilly setting up Stalpez.
That could easily be what they need to just start driving and going hard after this to finish.
Top serves. That is off of Palmer and out. 20-18. Fritz set it outside for Carroll into the net. And just like that, Champlin Park is within 1 at 20-19.
That's a really quick 3-point swing right there.
Off, and that was just out. Huge error, giving St. Michael Albertville a much needed point. Break that little momentum, 21-19. Palmer getting ready to put the ball back in play for her team. Hilly back set. From the middle, and Heel for once blocked. He's been on fire, but Hannah Praske gets up and denies this attack.
Yeah, that was a great block by Praske. You see her just getting up, getting over. She's right on Van Heel. Perfect timing. Great block.
21-20. Palmer handles that one in the back row. And Michaela Henderson got blocked.
Good coverage.
Go back to Henderson again. Blocked again. Hilly gets it up. Panzer will set it across for Hansen down the line. Handled by Palmer. Fritz for Carroll. Trying to cut that ball across. Hilly was ready for it. Hansen again gets blocked back. Panzer gets that up. Praske in the middle. Down. Still up and over by Stalpez. A set for Michaela Henderson. Stalpez handles that back row. Hilly for Hansen across. Henderson gets blocked and down. What a point! And Champlin Park ends up with it to tie it.
That's an incredible defensive play. You see just coverage off of every block around every hitter, whether they were covering themselves or covering their teammates, and just never giving up and just continuing to play. Even there you see Henderson trying to cover herself and get a touch off that block.
And now it's the Rebels with the momentum. We are tied at 21. Terrific volleyball tonight after that first set, which wasn't great volleyball on the night side, 25-10, and we've seen more what we expected to see in sets 2, 3, and 4. Good defense, back and forth momentum plays, and this is what we kind of thought would happen.
Yeah, it's
right.
what you expect in a semis match. It's also what you expect after the battle they had a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, you know, right where they're at, you know, right now it's a game to 4. So whoever can get to 4 first, potentially, or potentially more. But, you know, it's a race to the end, point by point.
And we see service errors on both sides tonight, Joy. Serving at a premium, yeah. I'd say so. Stalpez serving here. Van Heel trying to push it deep and got it down.
Nice.
Touch that back line, a huge play.
I enjoy seeing the Knights try to push stuff deep. I think over the last few years you see a lot of this really short game, everyone trying to put things really short, and I appreciate all the deep balls that they're putting back there and scoring on.
Home serves. Hilly back set. Praski got blocked back over, but handled by Hansen. Pushed deep, and Stelpus handled that ball by Hansen. But a Hansen again. Over, a great little center dump play for a point. 23-21 Knights. Fritz with the point.
She does a really nice job with that, and she does it at times that you're not fully expecting it, and so that's where you can get a team caught off guard when they're not prepared.
Oh, let's serve into the net. 23-22. Rebels needed that. Backwards back in. On the other side, you got to watch for Henderson and Van Heel. We go at Palmer on the serve. Kayla Henderson across, handled by Panzer. Quick set to Hilly. Had to reach for that ball and got it over and down. And now we're tied at 23. They go to Henderson. That's down for a point, and now it's set point for STMA.
That was a great set for her, mixing it up a little bit, not setting just a high outside again or just an outside to the pin in general. Give you another opportunity to use the block.
Packard-G's will set it for Hansen. Henderson tick that. I'll go back to Michaela Henderson. Partial block, and then Stelpus takes it back row. Here's Hilly.
Nice
and a great up by Henderson. And Hilly in the front row knocks it down for a point. We're tied at 24.
She's just become such a smart hitter in the front row and knows what ball to do what with and where to put it.
Line drive serve. Here's Kristozic unloading, and Panzer handled that in the middle. Hilly floats it over and down. Set and match point, potentially for Champlin Park. Timeout St. Michael Albertville. This has been great volleyball, Joy. These last three sets have been so fun to watch.
Yes, it's intense, and you know, I don't have anything in either team. I don't have a favorite of either. I don't have any club players that I've coached on either team. It's just good volleyball, and it's fun to watch. You know, you've seen Hilly right here get two to 3 points off of just a swiped ball, little out of system ball. She's caught the middle blocker and reaching back on a short tip. You know, she's just excelling at this game right now, and it's fun. Like I said before, it's fun to watch her transformation in the confidence she has on the court as a leader, as a player. You know, she's running the offense. She's, you know, being part of the offense when she's in the front row in defense. So really fun to watch. It'll be interesting to see, you know, are they going to put it away right here, or can the Knights come back and battle and extend this, because we've seen it before, so you can definitely see it again.
Trailed 20-16, came back. Now take a 25-24 lead to try to win the match. Sin Henderson outside. Michaela Henderson floats it over. Packard-G's got that. Hansen will push it deep. Sin Henderson back to Michaela Henderson again. Oh, and she's long on the attack in Champlin Park. Oh, they're going to say a tip by Champlin Park. Ooh.
We got Stelpes up here arguing right now, or not necessarily arguing, but asking. She wants to know who touched it. Obviously, I think it went.
John Younker's like, no way, that was right.
You know, I don't think it was the back row defender. I can see that maybe the blocker touched it up at the net. You know, it was the line judge on the side of the blocker that made the call, so she would have had the best opportunity to see the ball.
I think it went right between. I don't think Stelpus touched it. Didn't seem to touch anybody. Stelpus swiped at it, but let it go.
Yeah, I don't think Stelpes touched it. I think maybe the blockers, but I guess you see, it's really hard to see in between, maybe.
Well, we're back at it, 25. Now it's 26-25 on the overpass, knocked down by Christosic.
And John Junker's upset about that call. I think he thought that the front row blocker was over the net when she touched that ball, but, you know, the Knights will get that point, and we continue on.
Kayla Henderson serving, and how about that? 3 straight points in quick order for STMA, and we are going to a 5th set, 27-25 Knights.
That's incredible. You know, after the first 2 sets, we were talking about being down 0-2 and how it's a lot harder to come back at that point because you've got a lot more to battle. And yet here the Knights have done it, and they've come back to tie it up 2-2. And, you know, I think every set that they've gotten stronger and more confident in what they do. You know, you're always going to have calls as a coach that you don't believe the ref made the right call, but there's a lot of points in there that can affect the entire set. And so it's hard to want to blame them, even if it is at a critical time. Right now, it's just kind of who's going to come out and battle for 15 points. Right now, you're kind of back to, you know, even playing field, and it's anybody's game again. So it'll be fun to see another great battle. I'm expecting us to see a good defensive battle again, so we'll see what they can do hitting on both sides and what they can do serving on both sides. You know, I think that's obviously the Champlin Park strength in the first set. So we'll see, you know, maybe a little more aggressive serving and hopefully a little less or fewer errors on both sides at the service line.
Buckle up, we got one more set to go. 27-25, the Knights have extended this one. Back with the 5th and deciding set. Section 5-3A volleyball after this.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Well, fans aren't leaving. Why would you now, right?
You
Going to a
wouldn't.
5th set. A little stretch maybe of the legs, but we are ready for our 5th and deciding set. Here's a look at that play at when it was called a touch by Champlin Park that looked like it went through the arms of Lears.
Yeah, it looks like it went through. You see the line judge in the back corner call it right away. So, I mean, I can see both sides of it. It looks like it went right through her hands, but as a line judge, you might think you see it touch. That's a hard call. Not a job I want to have as a line judge.
So it is a race to 15. Champlin Park won the first set 25-10, then 28-26, but STMA has fought back, dug deep. They win 25-21, and they're 27-25, getting the final 3 points. Dr. G's and over by Panzer. Fritz back, Van Heel a little bit off balance, but still able to play it. Front row, Fritz will set it outside, Palmer across. Handled nicely by Krushke. And into the net by Michaela Henderson. So the first point of set 5 goes to Champlin Park. Billy serves. Fritz back set, Van Heel ties it up at 1.
It's another great swing from her. She's done an incredible job from set 2 and on. So it's fun to see them. I think that's going to be a driving factor for them. Find her early and give her the ball.
Stalpus, it's off of her, an ace serve for Palmer, 2-1 STMA.
It's always a hard ball. It wasn't a perfect pass, but it wasn't so far off that no one could have gotten to it. So always a little disappointing when your team doesn't make the effort to go.
Yeah, and then a little miscommunication there between Stremmel and Panzer, and that falls for a point.
This is definitely the aggressive serving that the Knights really needed, and they need to continue to push this, not, throw it deep too long, but keep it aggressive.
Oh, it's this one over. A great job by Stremmel to get to that ball. Stalpus gets blocked. Van Heel getting up. 4-1 Knights.
And that's the effect that aggressive serving can have. That ball barely skimmed the net. She didn't get an ace, but definitely gave the Knights a great opportunity to set up the perfect block and get that one.
Whistle, a rotation error for Champlin Park. Twice they've been called for that tonight. Everything going wrong for Champlin Park, and in a set when it only goes to 15, Joy, the errors are just magnified, right?
Yeah, for sure. I always think about it as a little game. So that's a little game to 5, and now they've only got 2 little games left. So that's not a great start by Champlin Park. They seem a little out of sorts. I think, they took control right away, and then, we talked about in set 2 how the Knights kind of started coming back and running their game a little bit more, controlling their side of the court, and ever since they just keep getting stronger, and the Rebels just haven't quite matched that energy yet.
Well, I think they're still a little bit, at some level, rattled by how that 4th set ended. When they thought they had the match won, all of a sudden the Knights get the last 3 points, and now they've scored 8 of the last 9 total.
Yeah, and you always try to think about, okay, it's like a fresh start, it's a new set, but it does hang on to you, and you, as players, that mental toughness becomes really hard. So right here, early timeout, hopefully, Junker had some great words of advice for them and try to settle them a little bit and see if they can battle back.
Knights 10 points away from reaching a section final. 5-1 as Palmer serves. A great serve. Panzer does get it over. Fritz will set. Van Heel off hands. Hilly will set. Stalpus across. Nice dig by Michaela Henderson. Van Heel will push it over this time. Hilly to Stalpus. Over. And good effort by Palmer. Can't get to it. Point Champlin Park.
Wasn't even the perfect swing by Stalpez. She was coming in a little bit faster than the ball that Hilly gave her, but, she kept her composure, stopped herself, and then still put a nice shot in the court.
Comp with a good serve. Off Palmer, Krushke and Van Heel collide, but over by Fritz. Hilly in the middle to Praske, gets blocked back. Michaela Henderson pushes it over and down. What a great effort by Michaela Henderson to get up for that ball and then push it over the defense and down.
Yeah, she's also lucky that she kept it in front enough that she didn't carry that ball, because that one's really easy
close.
when it gets too far behind you to carry it instead of, keeping it in front and being a clean deep tip.
6-2 Knights. Paige Holm back in will serve. Back it goes. Crossed by Praske. Carroll setting from Henderson. Michaela Henderson on the Knights feeling it at 7-2.
It's fun to see her get going. I think she struggled a little bit in the first set, probably put a little too much pressure on herself, so it's fun to see her get those big swings.
Hilly outside for Stalpus. Big point for Champlin Park. Big hole to climb out of, though. They trail at 7-3. Stalpus, aggressive serve handled by Holm. Fritz back for Carroll. Out. 7-4. Ball cross. The contact. So it's now 7-5, 3 in a row for Champlin Park. Good serve again by Stelpus. Fritz for Michaela Henderson. Panzer somehow got a piece of that off the rafters and no chance. When it came back down, Hilly got it up, but couldn't get it to a teammate. Knights break that 3-0 scoring run by Champlin Park. It's 8-5, St. Michael Albertville. Schmidt with the pass. Hilly in the middle, over by Stelpus. Michaela Henderson off Hilly and out.
It's a really nice turn by her, you know, coming to swing out of the middle, but then turning it to her left, you know, right at Hilly playing in the back row. A lot of times that setter is not ready to play defense.
Hilly, Plasky gets blocked. Hilly outside to Hansen, that gets blocked. Hey, defense has been so good for the Knights. And they are closing in on a date in the section championship. Now a 10-5 lead here in the 5th set.
It's always fun to see your middle go get a touch on a block, and then have to reverse to the other side and get another touch, but get the block and finish it that time. You know, that's the persistence of a middle, and that's the hard job about them, that they're always having to go from pin to pin and blocking every hitter possible. Fun to see her get up there, get some defense going at the net. It's been a great job so far. You know, the Knights have really taken control. It's fun to see how resilient they are, that they just continue to battle and fight back every single point. They've never looked like they've been defeated after the first set. You know, once they kind of got past that little hurdle, it's been uphill all the way.
(10-5). STMA with the last 3 points here. Henderson serves out. They give one back. Rebels will hope that gives them a little momentum. They get the side out. Serve back for Bakrajis. Oh, just hit, crossed over the tape, and a great job by Michaela Henderson to get to that ball. Hansen over. Sin Henderson drops it in.
It's another smart play. Both of the Knight setters do such a phenomenal job of seeing the court and taking advantage of the opportunities they have to score.
Michaela Henderson to serve. Hilly attacks, that gets blocked. Middle again, over, up by Lamont, and Sin Henderson on the floor, couldn't get that ball up. 11-7. Panzer serves, a little line driver, he'll go for an ace off, a home and down. Krushke back in now for STMA. Sin Henderson, Lamont's in the middle. Back set, Kristozek for a point.
That was great use of that ball by Sin Henderson. She could have easily just tried to dump that one over, but knowing Hilly's there, you're probably gonna get blocked or she's gonna hit it right back. So really smart of her to reverse that ball.
12-8 Knights. Here's Krushke. Back set across by Hilly. And it's 12-9.
Champlin Park's still battling. You know, they're not going to give up. And it's kind of weird because it feels like the Knights are the underdogs, and they're above right now, even though the seeding isn't that way.
Strummel serving. Put it over by Michaela Henderson. Panzer will get to this ball. Here's Stalpes, too strong. (13-9) Knights. Back goes Sophie Fritz. Lears gets blocked. Stalpes over and down. Knights a little late to react to that ball. 13-10. The Champlin Park hanging in there, but not at a point where you can afford just trade points.
No,
you need a 4-0 scoring run here,
Yep.
5-0 scoring run.
They need to rattle off a couple for sure.
Fritz to the outside pin. Palmer gets blocked, but it's out, or Van Heel rather. And now it is match point for STMA. That was Palmer rather on that swing. And walked out, and now Sam Palmer with a chance to get her team to the section final. Will serve it up 14-10. Run up by Stalpes, blocked, and there you go. Van Heel, Henderson, that whole group does a great job down the stretch to rally this team from down 2 sets to none, and they take it in 5, 15-10 here in the 5th. And they will play Wayzata for the section championship come Thursday night.
Wow, that's a great match. Just phenomenal.
They looked really down after that first set when it was 25-10. And then they lose a close one in that second set, 28-26, but come back, win 25-21, 27-25, and 15-10. And again, we'll play Wayzata for the section championship on Thursday night. Great season for Wayzata, and then the seniors you talked about during the middle of the set and what a legacy they lived. And then leave for the girls that are still to come. Hannah Praske, Jordan Stalpes, and Sammy Healy especially were key parts of that state championship team too. And Megan Panzer, Maddie Kopp got some time in as well. But those seniors now, this was their last match, and a tough one to lose.
Yeah.
You're up 2-0. Maybe thought you had the match won in this 4th set, and then lose it to a great St. Michael Albertville team that really played some terrific defense tonight and didn't beat themselves in the end.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Defense was outstanding. I would say, minus the first set, I think that was just a little bit of a fluke, but sets 2 through 5, just outstanding on both sides. You saw great rallies, balls up that shouldn't have gotten up, and just, persistence and perseverance on the ball. Really fun to see that. Champlin Park had a great season. They won our conference, for the Northwest Suburban Conference. Obviously played incredible tonight. Those seniors, like you mentioned, just strong leadership, great players on the court. I'm sure they'll miss them in their program, but they have built something and left something for the next, group of players coming up. But for St. Michael Albertville to battle back and stay resilient throughout the entire thing. Like, they could have easily given up at some point and not kept fighting, but that's obviously not what their coaches instilled in them, and they really have a foundation of battling and never giving up.
I want to mention the other Champlin Park seniors too, Natalie DuBois, Jensen Lears, and Lindsay Roth. So 8 seniors who will graduate from this program after this year, and be a fresh start for some of these young players that did get a lot of playing time this year. We'll be back and try to continue what's been a very strong program in John Junker's decade or so of coaching.
Yeah.
For St. Michael Albertville, again, in the section final for the second time in 3 seasons, lost 2 years ago to Champlin Park in the section championship. Now they'll get a shot at Wayzata Thursday night, Halloween night, 7 o'clock at Osseo High School. Great match. Hope you've enjoyed this one. For Joy Johnston and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for tuning in. Our final tonight. In the Section 5 semifinals, St. Michael Albertville rallies, and they defeat Champlin Park 3-2.